Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They begin to drive on the ground with Allen. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They keep it on the ground. Allen again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Going up top. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Steve Young. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think with their count.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Quay Walker came through to make the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure it out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your...
This is intercepted. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, CD, these two teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack and now the interception and the pick-6 to take the lead.
Partner, you'd have to think that this was part of their game plan coming in because they wanted to embrace an aggressive mindset and attack on defense. They were trying to force that quick miscue, and I would say that their plan worked to perfection.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. Back to it after the pick-6. Young. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Teddy Bruschi. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Throwing on 2nd and long. Young. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick-6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes...
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the cyber slot, young buck holding the like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbilly. Q-Bone staying with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him, cause when you feel it in your soul.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21, and a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Right to the air is Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Edwards. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Again, it's Edwards. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Up the middle, it's Edwards. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So
I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done. I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy. I gotta let them see I'm out here.
with Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Nick Folk ready to put this one in the air. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. 2 and a throw right away. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Here's Edwards again on second down. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They fake the handoff. Now Tua on the move to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Fields. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That third down conversion good for 23.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Tua now on first down. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Tua, that's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From midfield, here's Tua. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa, eluding the pressure right. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. It's Edwards again. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Tua going to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run here with Edwards. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Edwards. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Gus Edwards, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now McNair looking for a first down throw. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They follow up the first down 1 yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Escaping the pressure right. Here's a diving catch right side. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, McNair. And that is incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
On second down, it's Edwards. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. McNair to throw. And he finds Gronk. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line route. He's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Here's Edwards again on 2nd down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard. But sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They run once more with Edwards. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Gus Edwards taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Snowhawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to pass. Tua dancing to his left. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Kyle Hamilton picks it. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. A final shot before break. McNair. Complete. It's Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, they go to Edwards. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
To throw on 2nd down, Steve McNair. It's complete. He's got Gronk. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's McNair. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down. On
first down, it's McNair. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Eagles are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On the handoff, Edwards. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level. Make sure that...
the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him.
Here's Tressway now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. It's taken to the 26. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
He's going to find Jefferson open downfield.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now a handoff, Edwards. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Eagles are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call. In that situation, sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Here's Edwards, and he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. This is Edwards. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. Boy, they had it at the 1. The false start moves it to the 6 now for 1st and goal. And the slot man goes in motion left. They run with Edwards. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Fields. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal. Here's Tua. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. And he's brought down. Can't do anything. Sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Now Tua. A swing pass here to Edwards. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Tua. Flushed out right. And it's caught. It's a touchdown with zeros on the clock. And an extra point will send us to OT.
And that touchdown means a decision has to be made. Do they kick the PAT and tie it up, or do they go for 2 and try and win it right now?
Now for the all-critical extra point. And he's got it. No problems there. The extra point. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Four quarters couldn't decide things, so it's on to overtime here as the kick is away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker, and the Eagles.
Hello, new world, all the boys and girls. I got some true stories to tell. You're back outside, but they still lied. Whoa, yeah.
Take off the foo-foo, take off the cloud chase, take off the Wi-Fi, take off the money phone, take off the car loan, take off the flex and the white loss, take off the weird jewelry. I'ma take 10 steps, then I'm taking off top off. Take off the fabricate streams and the microwave memes. It's a real world out there. Take off the Sandro pay, 5 days stay, take a quarter meal, hella value. Take off the fuck flag, take off perception, take off the cop with the iPad. Take off the allure, take off the unsure, take off decisions I lack. Take off the fake deep, take off the fake woke, take off the I'm broke, I care. Take off the gossip, take off the new logic, that if I'm rich, I'm real. Take off the Chanel, take off the Doja, take off the Birkin bag. Take all that designer off and what do you have?
You ugly. You out of. The world in a panic, the women is stranded, the men on the run. The profits abandoned, the law take advantage. The market is crashing, the industry wants to sleep in the box while they making a mockery following us.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from FedEx Field. A short kick taken at the 18. This drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action with Jackson out to his left. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. First down, and it's Hill again. Javon Holland coming up to make the stop.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now Jackson rolling to his left.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Chase Claypool.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point.
It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 22. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Edwards.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
Again, it's Edwards. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. But just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Steps away to his left. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And down he'll go at the 25. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson.
Quick slant finding Claypool. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th.
Now a shotgun handoff to Hill. Oh, he's got some. And now the rookie's free. 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
67 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
So they had him bottled up, able to make a man miss, and then boom, off to the races.
And it's how he made him miss. A little bit of strength, too. Had to work through contact to get him off of him. And then once he did that, now he put his agility to use and took off.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They go play action now. Jackson, they'll roll him out right. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Commanders go up by. The this defense so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this position.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a big play there for Miami, and even 40 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Edwards. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Edwards. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Tua.
All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Flush to his right.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Hill. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Jackson now. Underneath here to Hill.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On 3rd down, it's Hill. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and that will extend their lead even further.
So no touchdown that time, but they do get 3 more, and now they have even more of a cushion.
It's been a terrific first half offensively, so it's hard to blame them for not getting into the end zone there. But the way they've been moving the ball in this one, I don't think these will be their final points of the game.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Brian
And Dawkins, the safety, with a pick.
And the Commanders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Steps away. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. After the sack on first down, Tua forced out to his left.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Glover Quinn.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
J.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Commanders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts him in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. That's out to Hill, right side complete. Room here to run.